Alright guys, I'm assuming that everybody has already watched the Sentinels trailer on the 6th or 5th of May, depending on your time zone. And the good thing is, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed about like skill gems, so we can still proceed with. So right now, we can say with 100% confidence that there are 3 builds that I'm gonna start with. You know, like not really start with, like 3 builds. I'm thinking like which build should I start with, because like I enjoy all 3 builds, and they're also like really strong league starters, you know, and also very easy to gear. So first one I'm going to go through is the first league starter that I'm looking at is the Exsan Seismic Trap Poison version Saboteur. So as you guys know, I forgot to put this, so save. Okay, so as you guys like saw, like really tanky build, high damage, easy to gear. 100% spell suppression means like super tank, and also super tanky, uber tanky. So if you're playing like soft core, or you can also take this. So 93, yeah, good enough. And more skill effect duration. Yes. So save this. Okay, this will be the 3 that if you guys would be interested in looking at this build, yeah, you guys can just like look at the 3. All these 3, I will put all the POB in the description below. So this one, items. This is actually based on the character that died, you know, in the Steering Wheel's Gauntlet. Like, yeah, really strong, you know. Even like you saw, the Steering Wheel's Gauntlet has like 100% unique boss life, and this build like shreds everything. But unfortunately, you know, like this build died because one of the main reasons why this build dies because I panicked. Second reason is spell suppression is not capped. So I actually made some changes based on this build, you know. And yeah, and 100% spell suppression at level 94. That is good enough. And also with a shield, it's really good. You can get a better shield with spell suppression. Then you can drop like these nodes. You know, once you get like more spell suppression on your shield, then you can drop these nodes, and possibly look to drop this whole node right here, and look towards getting like specking towards here. You know, you can change up the tree a bit. This whole area down here is optional, and I would advise going towards here, you know, and grabbing this instead. It's way better having the max rest, you know, because like I can't find myself a better shield during my time in the Gauntlet. That's why, yeah, this character died. And there are actually, I would say, two uniques that is a very huge upgrade to this build. One is Deerstalker. Yeah, you can see it's an early game item. 1C, very cheap. Quoted Shrapnel, I'm supposed also 1C, cheap. This one, okay, we're not even gonna look at this. Okay, we're gonna just use something like a +1 dagger, or +1 feast dagger with poison, or maybe just a poison dagger. Then we can drop more like poison nodes, and we probably don't have to take these poison strikes as well, you know. Yeah, you know, having 100% poison chance on this build is really huge. That's why I would say, I mean, it's not the best having a poison dagger. Cold Iron CIP is definitely the number 1, but it's too expensive at league start, and no, you don't want to be spending that money on this. But if you were to start the league late, you can buy a Cold Iron point. It will be dirt cheap, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks into the league. Yeah, it will be dirt cheap, trust me. So going next would be RF Inquisitor Righteous Fire. So this one is actually based on let's see, my Arc Nemesis League. Yes, the next one is actually based on this character right here. Really strong, really strong. But this character, okay, let me go in. So you can see that I have Wild Molten Shell, and I have no like CWDT, cast when damage taken, setup, because I put my Molten Shell on my left click. Yes, then I'll pop Molten Shell once in a while Righteous Fire as well. You can see over here. And this build actually runs Scorching Ray. Managed to clear all content, by the way, all content, and managed to not gear up for this character. Managed to gear my final build, which is this one. This is not going to be a league starter because my minions build is actually like the final build planned to do uber content. So yeah, this is Righteous Fire. Like, it's just, I built him up just enough to clear all content, and I built him up by using only 4C, you know. 4C and able to clear everything. Uber Elder, Maven, everything, every single thing, except for the Feared. This character didn't clear the Feared because I created that minions character, and I just go ahead and clear the Feared. So what does this character has? Okay, I replaced. You can see I replaced a lot of stuff. So I replaced Scorching Ray with Fire Trap. So 6-link Fire Trap instead of 6-link Righteous Fire, because I'm gonna have a better helmet, you know, something like burning damage and plus 30% socketed elemental damage of socketed gems. So my Righteous Fire will be here instead. Will be on my helmet. So you can see helmet, yeah. So these will be your 4 links for helmet, and you're gonna swap out Ally Focus with increased AoE. Yeah. Because I don't really want to put conk effect, so that my Righteous Fire will always stay on the boss even if I'm not like right on the boss. So yeah, that's another good thing, because you don't want to be like on the boss, like right on the boss. And if you have conk effect, maybe you have to stand like somewhere here, and if you just remove increase AoE and put elemental focus, you can stand here and your Righteous Fire will still affect the boss. So yeah, then you have a lot of space to dodge this boss spells. So that is kind of good as well, and pretty easy to build. Yeah, I also changed one thing about this build, which is Malevolence. I changed out, I think this build runs Purity of Elements. Yeah, so I've actually did some testing on Righteous Fire, and it's better to run Malevolence. Yeah, 100% better to run Malevolence. Then another thing is Infernal Cry for the huge like harvest pops, and then Armageddon Brand for more like minus fire res, flammability, more fire res, Skitterbots to slow down your enemies, and also the shock deals additional damage. So another thing to note is, if you guys are planning to run Purity of Elements, yes, you can do it like this: Purity of Elements, then Malevolence. What do I do with it? Unfortunately, you have to remove Armageddon Brand for this. So we're gonna do it like this: Malevolence and Divine Blessing, and there you go. And that is your Malevolence. So every time before a big boss fight, or if you find a rare dying too slow, you pop Malevolence with life tap. This will increase your damage. Yeah. So yeah, we're not gonna do that, so don't save. And the final build would be Boneshatter. Yeah, Boneshatter. I actually enjoy this build a lot, and you can see that I play in the melee league only. Yeah, enjoy it a lot, because I've been stunning bosses like there's no tomorrow, you know. Like I basically just hold right click
to do that here,
and yeah, just watch the boss die. Clearing for this build is really fast as well, because okay, let me do a quick one. I can't do. I'm lazy to open the map, but you can see that I've completed all the way. I actually completed tier 16 maps.
Yet.
Wait, let me see. This tier 15. Okay, doesn't matter. So we just like move past here, bash. You see, the clear is not bad. You know, clear is really not bad. Clear is really fast. So it's nice. And then you also, Leap Slam is also the superior skill. You know, superior. Like look at this. And we're gonna go back here. So time to go back to the build. So this one, leveling is also very easy, you know. You can start off with you start off with all the slam skills, you know, ground slam, then followed by earth shatter, then we followed by, what was that? The one that you slam the ground? Yeah, some earthquake, yeah. And after earthquake would be bone shatter. Yeah. And then you're gonna start stunning bosses. The main thing about this build is a pile driver, having that 20% reduced enemy stun threshold. This will allow you to stun bosses. And to craft this, very easy. It's very easy to craft this. First, you need to gather a bunch of Essence of Contempt, and what you're gonna do? You're just gonna spam it on this until you hit something like 100% feast damage, and you're good to go. Dude, you're good to go all the way to raid maps. Like seriously, all the way towards raid maps. Like, wait, let me show you. So you can see that Kirak here. Oh no, this is tier 13. So you can see that Kirak actually offers like tier 16 maps right now. So yeah, that's actually, yeah, this means that I actually already done tier 16 maps. As you can see here, this favorite map slot is actually unlocked by completing a tier 16 map. But unfortunately, the tier 16 map I done is given by Kirak. That's why you don't see it anywhere here. And yeah, I mean, for hardcore, pretty good, you know, 4k HP. Because it's a Jugg. Jugg offers a huge amount of defense with no investment at all, due to the nature of a Juggernaut, because of all these skills. Like, and instead of taking more life, you can actually take more damage nodes. You know, damage, everything, damage, more damage here. We can, yeah, damage again. Oh yeah, I want spell suppression because spell suppression is OP. Then we can, yeah, just take all damage. Doesn't matter, and you win. You know, you win just by taking damage, more damage. Like, bruh, I can see this character clearing all content easily, and also like tanking everything. You know, if you were to get your hands on a melding of flesh, this character is gonna be immortal, just like the RF Inquisitor. And for Sab, it's the same thing in terms of like not taking damage at all, because you're playing more of like evasion. Yeah. And yeah, these will be my 3 top league starters that I'm currently like thinking who to start with. Should I start with high damage Sabo, Exsan, Seismic Trap, easy to build around, and then like melts every content, or RF Inquisitor? RF Inquisitor is nice because it's like really, what you call that? It's really friendly to your wrist, you know, because all you gotta do is just like walk around and stuff dies. Wow. And Boneshatter Jugg, I feel like there's less clicking in Boneshatter Jugg compared to the Sabo Exsan Seismic Trap Poison version, because like you have to throw trap. This one you just have to press W, right click, right click, and occasionally just use your Frost Blink, you know. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one huge defense about this build is your attacks chill. All damage with maces and scepters inflict chill, and the chill is actually huge, you know. It's up, I've seen like up to 26% chill. So that means like, what? Like, if the bosses are moving, their moving is really slow, or not moving at all because they're being stunned the whole time. Yeah. So I mean, that's a huge defense, man. And I'm sure, I'm not sure if you guys know, you can actually stun Elder, you can actually stun Shaper. So I mean, yeah, like, what? Are you kidding me? You can even stun the Conquerors. Not Minotaur though. Minotaur is just that guy somehow cannot be stunned. So yeah, some bosses just can't be stunned, you know. So that's the downside of this build. There'll be some bosses that you can't stun, but I mean, if you can't stun them, you can still they still get slowed, and they can't one-shot you. So yeah, I mean, just all these builds here are like, yeah, they are very strong starters. Yeah, so yeah, just pick one of these builds, and yeah, all these builds I will share in the description below POB. So yeah, you guys can check it out and reference, and then just tweak around with it. Okay, so yeah, good luck in 3.18, guys.